Yeah. Anyway, yes, I went to the dentist again, and does this need a part 2? No, but I thought it'd be funny because, like, who wants to hear about your trip to the dentist? No one, so therefore I'm going to tell you about it. We ignore that. So yeah, I went to the dentist again, but before I talk about that, I just need to point out that I did get expert on course 1 for Parkour Warrior. My parkour skills are improving. I also got on the second one. I've gotten advanced on all of them. Still working on expert for all of them. Might do a stream on that soon. Who knows? Anyway, the dentist. So it was time for another dentist appointment. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking as if it was some cool story, but I guess it is pretty cool. So yeah, it was time for my 6-month checkup. Okay, it's been 6 months since I did the last video. Therefore, checkup time. So I go in there, it's just a cleaning. So I'm like waiting there, and I see the lady that cleaned my teeth last time, she like popped out, and I was like, oh, is she cleaning my teeth again? No, she just came to say bye to like the front desk ladies and then left, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna get someone else this time. So this lady comes out, calls my name, and it's like, hey, I'm ready for ya, and I'm like, oh, awesome. So I go back there. She's really nice, really smiley. She had a really nice smile. And she's like, all right, so are we just doing cleaning today, or do you want to do x-rays? And if you remember from my last video, you only have to do x-rays like every you only have to do x-rays like every year. I failed that miserably. So I was like, let's just do a cleaning, like it's cheaper anyway. I should have, no, my mind was like, I'm going to just run for it. And then I was like, no, that's a terrible idea. No! So I decided just to do the cleaning, and she's like, all right, let's get started. So she leans me back in the chair, and this chair went like really low. I don't know why, but like it felt like I was kind of like slipping backwards. That went faster than I thought it would. At this point, none of you are going to believe me that I actually got expert on this, but I'm telling a story, okay? So like that's why I'm distracted. Unfortunately, I did notice as I was sitting in the chair that once again, I somehow managed to have the Hobbit's feet. Don't know why this happens every time I go to the dentist, but apparently it's a thing now. But anyway, she leans me back. Like I've got that bib on or whatever, like the, okay, I got it. Got like the blue paper or whatever. And she goes to start cleaning, and already I can tell that like my jaw's feeling a little tight. Not exactly sure why, like that happens sometimes at the dentist, but I'll get back to that in a bit. But she starts the cleaning, and she starts like scraping and stuff. I have that stuff that's like behind my teeth, like my bottom set of teeth. There's a lot of plaque that likes to form there, and I've been really good about like brushing there. Now, did I brush every single day like I said I would in the last video? No, there were definitely days that I missed or something, right? But like, bro, I was on it, okay? I was like making sure. I was even using mouthwash some days. Like, we upped our game, okay? Like, not that my teeth brushing was like bad before, but like it's so good now. Like, I swear my teeth have gotten look whiter and stuff. Like, this is an all-time high for Picture Me Bliss and her teeth cleaning skills, okay? And so she's like scraping and stuff. She didn't comment on it, so I was like, that's a first. Normally they're like, man, this is really bad, but she didn't say that this time. She just started cleaning. And then she was like, all right, I'm gonna use this water tool. Actually, no, before that, she was like, oh, I forgot my like, she said something like the saliva something. I forget exactly what it was, but I was like, this, like, okay, like you need to, she like forgot one of her tools, so she had to go get it. The reason I mentioned that is because the name of it that she said was really funny, but now I can't remember the name of it, so now you're just gonna have to wonder. But she goes and gets it, starts cleaning. She gets her like water pick or whatever and starts going at it, and like, you know, so the thing that she went to go grab is the thing that like sucks up the saliva or something, right? It's like the little vacuum thing. Like, I think she didn't have an attachment for it or something. Oh, I made it and then I didn't shift. So she went to grab that, and yeah, she definitely needed it because I swear every 10 seconds she was like lifting it up, and like she wasn't even saying anything. She was just like lifting it up, and it was like, it just acknowledged between us that like I was meant to like put my mouth over it, you know, so that the saliva would get sucked up. You know how you have to do that? So that kept happening. See, I did that so well. See, there's a reason I was able to get expert on this. Not me feeling like I have to prove myself to the viewers. Anyway, so she's doing this like every 10 seconds, and I'm like, okay, look, maybe maybe I do have a little bit extra saliva, but this is a little bit excessive. Like, it got to the point where I actually started counting, and it was legitimately every 10 or 15 seconds, she would stop and have me like get rid of the saliva in my mouth. And this is just a silent exchange that's happening between us. And I was like, what is happening right now? Like, you can let it build up a little bit. Like, maybe she has a problem with saliva. Like, she doesn't like it to see it pooling in the back of your mouth or something. I'm sorry if this is like a really gross description for people. I apologize. That is not my intention at all. Maybe I should have put a warning on this video. But anyway, like, maybe she has a problem with saliva. Maybe she doesn't like it. But I was like, this is a little bit like odd. Like, you don't really need to be doing it this often. So she's doing this for like 2 minutes straight, like cleaning it, you know, she's just like going around the gums and all of that, doing the thing, you know. And then what happened after that? She finished with the water tool. Oh, that's one thing that happened with the water tool. When she was working on my upper teeth, it was like spraying all over me, and unfortunately I decided to wear my glasses today instead of my contacts, and so I was like, oh no, my poor glasses, like, they're just getting the littlest bits of water all over them. I'm gonna have to clean them afterwards. And like, I don't know why, but the way she was like working on me on my teeth, she like ended up getting a lot of water like around my mouth, and like I think it was getting on her gloves and stuff. So afterwards it was like my chin was very wet, and she had to like tap it off like I'm a little child with like spaghetti sauce all over me. And I don't know, I just found that funny, like, because I normally I haven't had that happen too often, but I was like dang, like, it's as if I slobbered all over the place, but I didn't, because she was using the tool to make sure that I didn't have any saliva. So yeah, I don't know, that happened. Oh, this one I struggle with it enough that I think I'm not gonna, no, you know what? We persevere. I'm going to continue to tell the story while this happens. So she finishes with the water tool, and she starts like with the scraping thing, like the scraping tool or something, right? And hold on. Did I actually just do that while telling a story? No! We are calm. So she gets the scraping tool and starts on that. And that's when my jaw comes back into play here, okay? The jaw, key character in this story, okay? The character arc of the jaw is insane. So I swear I've had this thing ever since I had my orthodontist stuff happen, you know, braces, all that. I had to have an expander, which maybe I'll tell some stories about that sometime, because I do have some funny stories about my expander. But ever since then, I swear that the left side of my jaw has been like messed up, because what an expander does is when you don't have room in your mouth, it like pushes against basically your bones and expands it, right? And sometimes I've heard that what it's actually doing is like breaking the jaw. I don't think that's actually what's happening, but I could be wrong. But ever since then, like, my left jaw seems to get like stuck a lot. It's almost like I have lockjaw, but like I don't, right? Because lockjaw is actually like very serious, caused by, is it tetanus? Or, I forget. But it's not lockjaw, but like it hurts, right? It feels like the muscles are very much getting stretched. And so what will happen is oftentimes when I go to the dentist, if I keep my mouth open for very long, it like, especially when they're working on cavities and they put those like spacers in your mouth or something, right? I've been getting so close to the end. But anyway, eventually my jaw will just get very tight. Sometimes it happens with the right side too. I think this like, if you keep your mouth open for a very long period of time, it's likely to happen at some point for like everybody. But like, I don't know, it happens very quick for me, specifically with the left side of my jaw, and especially this time, it happened very quickly. Okay, I'm tired of being stuck on this. I'm just gonna get this done with real quick. I'll teach you my secret, okay? I found that if you do get the timing right, it's all about the timing, right? So, I usually go one and, nope, that didn't, my method is, it looks like it's faulty. One and. Why am I making a fool of myself? I swear that this works. I don't usually say it out loud though, so let me just do it in my head. Why am I failing this? Guys, I got expert on this. I swear, I've been able to do this before. I blame it on the fact that my room is very cold right now and my hands are like freezing. It's definitely the problem. Definitely not interrupting my story at all. Easy. Anyway, back to my jaw and how I got my jaw so tight that it looks as stiff as Giga Chads. So I'm having to like open my mouth and like close it again and then reopen it and stuff, right? And I've noticed that when you have to open and close your jaw a lot, your mouth per se, your mouth, as one might say, that makes more sense. Per se doesn't make any sense in that sentence. But I've noticed that like it gets worse, right? Like you're able to open it less and less. And so as she's like scraping away at my teeth and cleaning them, I'm noticing that like it's getting harder and harder to keep my mouth like open, or at least open very much. So I started doing this thing where like when she was working on the front teeth, I'd keep it closed a little bit more, you know, just like try to help her by like making my lip, like, you know how you like have to like show your like front teeth or something, like lifting up the lip or something. I would try to kind of help her with that. Why did I do that? I knew that jump wasn't gonna work, but I did it anyway. But then when she'd get to the back teeth, I tried to like open it more. And then it gets to a certain point where like it's super painful, but you just have to do it anyway. And like you hear your jaw pop. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. Maybe any other people that have had expanders. I had a palate expander, by the way. I don't know if that changes anything. But like it's really weird. So like I was just having to kind of like sit through it. I was like, it's okay, I got this. At one point when she's like working with the little mirror things, you know, you do that to like get your tongue out of the way, she was kind of like pinching my lip with it. Like, not her fault, by the way. I'm not blaming anything on her or anything. I'm just trying to think of all the little interesting tidbits about this 30-minute appointment, because for some reason I find the need to make content off of it. But after that, she went to flossing, and like normally when I go to the dentist, they'll also say something like, yeah, they'll try to floss a little bit more or something. None of that this time. Dude, I'm telling you, the teeth cleaning routine was so clean that they didn't have to tell me to do any better. I have a permanent retainer for the front teeth on top and bottom. For the top teeth, they're high enough that I don't have to like worry about getting in between the retainer. But for the bottom ones, you'd use, so she gets the little, there's like these little blue like loopy things that you put the floss through, and then you like put it through the retainer, and then you floss and stuff. And then she did try to do it with the top ones, and I'm like, yeah, my orthodontist purposely did it that way so you don't have to do that. And she was like, oh, okay, then yeah, we won't have to worry about it. She was like trying to there's like no room, and she's like trying to get it through. She's like, I'm gonna try not to poke you. She like barely got it through one of them, and I was literally like, that is tight. Like I could feel right up against my gums. I'm like, if she does this too fast or pulls too hard, like it's game over my gum. It's gonna have a little bit of a rash, a little bit of a bad time. But after that, like, yeah, she like did the polish stuff, you know, the good old grainy stuff that gets stuck in your mouth, and she like rinsed it out and stuff. I don't think anything really happened with that. And then it was just time to pay. So I just go to the front desk and like do all that, and I was on my way. I set up my next dentist appointment. Not sure if I'll make a part 3 yet, but if something really interesting happens, then sure. But yeah, no cavities. I'm all good. Feeling good. Something interesting that did happen on the way back home, though, because I did decide to make a stop. I was like, you know what? I want some sushi. So I went to go get some sushi. Hold on, let's go to the next course first. As you can see, I do not have expert on this one, and I'm not about to try and do that while I'm telling a story. But I went to go get some sushi, and while I was driving over there, I saw this like lady and this guy. Looks like they were doing like an interview or something, or like maybe it was a newscast. I don't know. All I know is that there was a big camera, and it was on this like really big stand, like really high up. It was actually like taller than the guy, so I don't know why they needed like a shot that high, or maybe just my perception of it wasn't correct. But it looked like he had like a mic or something. He was holding something, and they were like doing, it was definitely like a documentary or something. But the weird thing is like it was I think it was like a car mechanic shop, like an auto shop. And I'm like, why? Whoa, no! Wow, I failed that so bad. My nose got like really itchy partway through being on that ladder. But I was like, why are they in front of this? That shouldn't have worked. Why are they in front of this auto shop? So that was kind of weird. But then yeah, I went and got sushi. Before anyone gets too excited, it's not like real sushi. Like it is real sushi, but it's California rolls basically is what I'm trying to say. It's not like raw sushi or something. I can't really get that kind of sushi here very well. At least I haven't found a place that does it well yet. So it's just, you know, crab. It's cooked crab, California rolls. You could call it Americanized sushi or something, not real sushi. I don't know. It's tasty. That's all I care about. That is all I care about. I just want some delicious crab. Crab is delicious. I love crab. So I went and got that, but then I haven't eaten it yet because it turns out my family's getting pizza for dinner. So I'll eat that later. But yeah, I don't think anything else happened. I noticed, as far as things I noticed in the dentist office, I didn't see the Botox thing again. But what I did see was like the poster for like the, basically like an Invisalign, but it was a different brand. Like, I don't know what's happened with that, because back in my day when I was doing, you know, orthodontia work, they had those like clear retainer things, but that's what they were, retainers. Like, you got them after you got your braces done, which I have them. I just don't wear them because I have them for the front teeth, and honestly all I care about is my front teeth looking straight. So yeah, I don't wear the ones for the back ones, and I know they've gotten way out of line. But anyway, that's what like a retainer is for, right? Once you've had the work done on your teeth to get them all in line, then you wear the retainer to keep them there, to retain their shape, right? But there's been it's not a resurgence. This surgence? That doesn't sound like a word. There's been this thing going on with like the Invisalign and stuff where people are getting braces that are actually braces, and honestly, I feel like it's a cheat code. Like, why do you get to do this when I didn't have that option, right? Like, why do you get to have nice pearly whites most of the time, sort of just a layer of plastic over it, and not these giant metal, what even are they? What do you call those? Nodes? Big metal nodes in your mouth? Like, I don't know. Feels like a cop-out, man. The younger generation, you know, they gotta learn how to do the hard things. Me saying that is just so wrong because I'm very much still the younger generation, but you know what? We're gonna pretend that I have the right to say that. Anyway, that was my trip to the dentist. Probably aren't gonna talk about that again. I still need to do a storytime video about my root canal. Thanks for watching. If you didn't watch part 2 and you're really confused about like the stuff I was referencing, click that over like here, the left, I guess. I'll probably put it there, and if you want to watch a different video, I'll probably put one like over here or something. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic... I messed up the outro, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.